Awesome. All right. So today I'm pleased to have a conversation with the one and only Debbie Crosby-Louis. I am Tika Cameron Tacky, and for those of you who don't know me, I am a personal branding coach and consultant, and I have been in the image industry for quite some time, and I've been fortunate to have colleagues who are really impressive in my industry. And one of those colleagues is Debbie Crosby-Louis. Debbie has written a book, and she is here to talk a bit about her book and also her profession as an image consultant. And we're going to have a little bit of a chit chat, right? Like a friendly chat, just to talk more about what it's like to be in the industry, as well as what it's like to write your book. Tell us a bit more about what you've been up to. Debbie, I'm going to introduce you. Debbie, go ahead. You could take the floor. Tell me a bit about yourself, your background quickly, so everybody can understand, where you're coming from, and then we'll get into the book when we get a chance.
Great. Well, it's a pleasure again to be with Tika, who I've known, I think we established since 2006.
Yes.
Wow, and we're 2023. Yeah. So it's such a pleasure to talk and to see Tika doing this and continuing in our image industry, that we're both colleagues. And one of my beliefs is collaboration is key.
Yes.
Competition is not it. Collaboration is key. So I'm collaborating with Tika here in a wonderful setting. So great to share and know. And like she said, yes, I wrote a book. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, residing in Charlottesville, Virginia currently. 3 kids. My husband is at the University of Virginia, and I have to mention that we have our dog. My last kid is my dog. Yes. But wonderful to be here and to continue in the image industry and diversifying. I'd like to speak. I'll touch some on that as we go through this and just let you know where I am. Yes, I've written my first ebook. Yay. It's going to be launching on July 8th. And I'm happy to share with you and with through Tika some about it.
All right. Tell us the title of your book, Debbie, and why you chose the title. What does the book, a copy of it by chance, or it's an ebook, right? But it's
an ebook. Yes.
Tell us the title, what inspired you to write it? What was the purpose behind it?
Okay. So the title of the book is Image from the Inside Out. Yeah. And of course, we're image consultants. What do? We pretty much image coach. We go in and we help executives or private clientele. We work with corporations and we get you ready for different things. It could be interviews. It can be the power meeting. You can be the CEO of the board, and we need to get you ready. Mm-hmm. Well, in doing so over the years, I realized you can dress the outward image easily. That's something we can do quite easy. But really and truly, the person you're dressing needs to own that image. How do you own that image? From the inside out, you have to think it. Hence the reason for my tagline. The tagline in my book is the image you have of yourself is the picture others see. So if you have a great image of yourself and you feel it and it comes from the inside, then you're going to project that and everyone's going to see it. People mirror what they see. And that was one of the triggers in writing Image from the Inside Out. However, when you go into the book, you're going to see all the quotes, and it starts with gratitude, and it's inspirational, it's motivational. That came from the clients. My clients kept saying, wow, Deb, these are like little nuggets, which I've used in the book. These are little treasures. They're little nuggets. All these quotes you give us to help us hold on to something powerful that empowers. So with that said, they said, I want to have it in one place. So I'm not searching online for a quote. And the idea was to put it in a little book that would be a guideline that they'll have in their pockets. You might be going into an interview and you might be nervous. It could be someone, because this book is for all ages. So you can have a youngster going in, or you can have someone older that needed some inspiration or some motivational help or encouragement. They wanted it in one place. And that started the whole idea of, wow, I can just put these inspirations, all my little quotes that have helped me personally, because those quotes that I have in my ebook it brought to me peace and purpose in my life. And I'd like to share that with others and to make it easy for someone who wants just a quick inspirational thing. They might open one page. So it's written where on one page, you open one page and it has that. And of course, towards the end of the book, that's the fun part of it where it's dressing, and 64 things for the basic wardrobe and how many lingerie, stock your lingerie, how many you should start with, that type of stuff.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Deb. So I agree with you, because part of image consulting, people think image consulting is really people telling you what to do and how to dress and how to look. But it's really about figuring out, who you are at your core, right? And your own identity, and what makes you confident and how to improve your confidence. Because once you have that that confidence in yourself, the rest is easy, right?
The rest, exactly. You hit the nail on the head.
I really appreciate the fact that you put a focus on that, and especially for young people who are starting out in the career. It doesn't really matter where you are in your life, right? Because you could be somebody who's more seasoned in life and still maybe having doubts, and you need a boost of confidence. I mean, that's inspiring. So Debbie, in terms of the book, where can people get it? Like, how do they get it? When can they get it? I want to know.
Okay, so I know Image from the Inside Out is going to be launched on July the 8th.
Okay.
And
a few days from now.
Yes. And yes, 2 days from now, 3 days from now. And they just have to log on to Amazon.com, and it's their Image from the Inside Out. Hit the link on Amazon, and it's there because right as of now, it's an ebook.
Okay.
In the future, it's going to be hard copy.
Okay.
And we're going to do a paperback version of the book. And I can say it right now, the vision for that is Image from the Inside is on the front page, and you flip the book over, and then Out is on the other side of it. So you see the outward. Yeah. And on that side, you're going to get all the things about Image from the Inside Out. It speaks to, just like you said, it speaks to self-confidence. The thing about this is that I did a holistic approach to personal transformation. That's what I wanted it to be. It's a personal transformation, but with a holistic way of doing that, and gentle guidance, and knowing that your authentic self, your self-confidence is what matters, no matter how you dress, no matter what age. It's just open, and it's not just women, it's for everyone. So just go log on to Amazon.com on July 8th, hit Image from the Inside Out, hit the link, and you can get a download of the book.
Okay, I'm going to make sure to drop a link as well as details in the caption so that you can know where to go and find it. But,
and I can get that to you so that you can share it.
Yes, awesome. That's amazing. And I'm proud of you, Debbie, because I know that, writing a book, whether it be an ebook or a hardcover book, whatever the case may be, it takes perseverance to get it done, and the fact that you were inspired by your clients is really, I find impressive, because a lot of people don't always take feedback from people and put it and spin it in a positive way. So it's great that you have, a history of clients who've been giving you feedback that you can share, and also this is your knowledge, right? You've been in this field for such a long time. You understand image from you literally understand this from A to Z. Right. So it's amazing that you've been inside it and share it all with us. Let's talk about image consulting for a second, right? I understand image consulting, but for somebody who's never been exposed to it, really, what is an image consultant, and what does an image consultant do, and why would anybody want to work with somebody who says they're an image consultant?
Well, besides the inside, and then I say from the inside out, that image, besides coaching or teaching someone and getting them to think and to be confident in who they are. Mm-hmm. Besides teaching and coaching them on knowing that all their power lies within, mm-hmm. because all this is an image consultant. Mm-hmm. Besides teaching them and letting them know you don't look for it out there. Like one of my quotes in the book says, there's no path to happiness. Mm-hmm. Happiness is the path. Mm-hmm. There's no path. Yeah. The happiness is the path. So an image consultant not only dresses someone for an event, because people might think, why would I hire an image consultant? I can dress myself. Da, 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 da. And and you can. But then there are people who want to get dressed in a certain way, and they figure, and they might engage. It's not, then they start to realize it's not just about dressing the outward image. Image consultants work deeply with their clients. They get their clients ready mentally for any situation. But the most effective takeaway, I think, of image consultants, besides outward dressing, is creating that self-discovery along the way while you're working with the image consultant. We are there, yes, as a guide. We really do not do it. Even when we think we're dressing, you're dressing yourself. We're working with you and we're creating, and sometimes you don't even know it until, but we push and we probe and we let you eventually see. So it's a journey of self-discovery. I think it was Colin Mattis that said, creativity is the heart of, dressing, mm-hmm. but self-discovery, self-acceptance is its soul. Its self-acceptance is getting authenticity, your true self. And guess who's doing that with you? Your image consultant. It is one of the best investments someone can make in discovering who they are, what they're about. I usually tell my clients there are 3 P's in my profession that I came up with, and it's passion plus perseverance equals your purpose in life. And we start and we work. So an image consultant does more than dressing the outward image. It's a deeper delve into self-discovery.
Awesome. I agree with you entirely. And that's why I chose this profession, right?
Right.
I felt, for me, it was about instilling confidence in people, right? Because I understood what lack of confidence looked like and how it can impede on your progress in relationships and at work, wherever you are.
I'm so glad you said that. Yes, relationships.
Yes.
Work. Yes. Agreed.
And though the outward component, helps, mm-hmm. it's the confidence and the sense of pride, personal pride that you get from knowing really who you are. So you're unshakable once you go into situations where people may be doubting you, right? Because you know correct. Who you are at your core. And that's why I think it's so important. This profession is so important. The work that we do is so important. It's some people don't fully understand it always. And there are some image consultants who focus mainly on just the exterior. Most people will say those are fashion stylists. But for the people who they say that they are image consultants, they understand the appearance, the behavior, and the communication. They all go hand in hand, right?
Correct. Yes.
Let me ask you. You've seen changes in how people can get support from image consultants over time. With mm-hmm. the introduction of technology and social media, what are some of the suggestions or tips that you'd have for somebody who's looking to, step out into the world with a bit more confidence. How do you feel that social media has impacted self-confidence and also our ability to go out there and be our authentic selves? Do you feel that people are more authentic? Do you feel that it's created? You tell me, how do you feel that social media has impacted people in general, and how image consultants can help?
It's, social media is a double whammy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. And for people, like you said, seasoned and in the business, of course, the effect on us is minimum, especially if you've had an image consultant who has already gotten to your core and you know who you are. Yeah. Then it's nothing. But the scary part of it is for the young folk, the young ones. They're the ones that it's affecting. It can affect in a positive way if, again, they're young but yet solid to their core. But if you're not, then it goes the way of, because there's such impact, there's such so many things out there that is not true, that we work on, that these youngsters get influenced by. I've sent the ebook to a couple of these people that are influencers.
Yes.
And yes, and it's TikTok and they and I've sent the book and I've said, listen, help me help your followers.
Yes.
So it's not just about the quick fix and the easy this and but if the TikTok person brings in just little things, for example, chapter 1 in the book is gratitude. And I said to one of the influencers, I said, adopt an attitude of gratitude. Now you can hear that repeated on TikTok. You can hear, she might say it, she might not, but if she said it and you have 10 of her followers going and one get it, one.
You've done the job.
Then I know good. Yes, it's out there. So yeah, social media is an impact. It could be positive and it could be, but we can work with social media. I mean, I will tell you, I just started working with someone on virtual image consulting. And I could not figure out, how does that look? I'm a novice. I am not great on social media. How on earth does it look? But you know what? It works.
It's good. Yeah.
Virtual image consulting, all online, meeting my clients across the world. So I'm in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm in Tobago right now, but I'm meeting someone in Europe and we're going through and teaching and coaching and getting them ready. But like I said before, it's getting to the core, making you authentic, making you true to yourself first. Once then everything else. And as long as you live a life of gratitude, everything else falls into place. As long as you're grateful, even for the things you do not have, you're grateful for the things you want to happen. And you say, well, I'm grateful for whatever it is in the future. Trust me, it works. And I say it with conviction because I know I am a recipient of it. It has worked in my life. My last quote in my book talks about success. And it says, what is success? Well, it's different to everyone. However, I think success is a byproduct. It's just a byproduct of a life lived from the inside out. That is what it is. It's just a byproduct of a life lived from the inside out. So once you get it, and it's from the inside out, everything else is fine. And it works across the board, in businesses, in your private life, in relationships. So yeah, back to the social media thing. It works. It works. Mm-hmm. We can make it work for us, just like anything else.
I agree with you. And I think now, if there was ever a time where I feel that, what people from our profession could really support individuals, it's now, because as you said, there's so much misinformation. There's so much confusion. there's so much emphasis on the superficial that some people are having a hard time figuring out how to find their authentic self, or how to be their authentic self.
Yes.
But I love what you said about success, the fact that it is a testament of, living your life from the inside out. And I was going to ask you the question, from your perspective, what do you feel is the thing or the set of principles that have guided you in your life that has allowed you to be, or that has enabled you to be successful in your profession and in your life? What are some of those guiding principles that you feel that could inspire someone else who's still trying to find their way?
Tell them, buy the book. It's in there. And I actually have it. It's in the book. It's only $9.99. It's not expensive once it's online. When it becomes paperback, it's more expensive, but it's in there. And it does say my guiding principles.
Awesome.
It's funny. And it's in there, so you get it. But really and truly, some of it is, besides literal guiding principles, which I do have in there, my guiding principles, these I've lived by. And I've lived by the quotes that are in that book.
Yes.
But to live by them, I didn't just know that. I didn't know I was doing that. I wasn't conscious of it. But one of the main things I'd love to get across to people is, a lot of people say, well, I have this regret, or I have that. And I say, well, I have none. And they look at me like, come on, are you kidding me? We all do. But I realized that quickly, every single step of my life, and I go back often and look at every step, has made me who I am today. Everything that someone else might think is a regret, I do not regret, because if I did not have that experience, I would not be who I am today. So I think for everyone is realizing this is happening, this has happened. Yeah, it might seem, at the time when you're in something, things come up, challenges are there that seem to crush. It can crush you. Mm-hmm. But you make your way through that challenge. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're for the better. It does. And it's a faith, it's a confidence. I've always had the confident part of it. So that made it kind of easier in the sense that I was pretty much confident in who I am. Mm-hmm. I had that. I grew up that way. Yes. Pretty much. Although now I have a little side note is that I'm in Tobago right now in the Caribbean because of a reunion we had. And it's listening to my fellow classmates say, but Deb, you were so quiet. Even my teachers, you were just, you didn't talk. Oh, you were just so quiet. And, just last night we were all together and they said, Deb, but listen to you now. You were so quiet. And I said, I was quiet, but it didn't mean I wasn't confident. This person that's speaking now is who was in that body. That's who was there all along. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I've grown into that. I've never changed. I am who I am. I say just what it is. Mm-hmm. And so it's that confidence it's having, and that's the piece that why they need the book, so that it can build that confidence. Yeah. It empowers. Yes, there's a self-empowerment. It teaches you confidence, mm-hmm. and power is right here. It's right within you. Mm-hmm. It's not out there. We look for it outside of ourselves. We look for everything to be there, but it's here. It's within yourself. Yes, so it's that self-discovery. Hence the reason for that image from the inside. It's in there, and then you can bring it out. You can. It's there. It's just working on it. So my guiding principle is, yes, there's a whole list of it in my book, but really and truly is looking within. Yes. Being silent. And I have one test that I give to every single client that I have. And I usually say, sit within your space, sit quietly and look around. If what you see you like, You're doing something right because you like it. Because you and only you have created that. If you don't like, or there's something you do not like, you need to change. You need to make a change in some way. Changes are not easy for a lot of people. So that might take time. You know what? It's not built overnight. This is built over time. So I always say confidence, self-confidence, empowerment, all the stuff you're talking about, they're tools necessary to help some people. And it's not built overnight. It's built over time. So that's in there.
Good, good, good. You are a treasure trove of wisdom and knowledge and inspiration. You know, I remember when we first met, I was like, oh, I like her. I remember because we were all there dressed fancy, you know, for the first time. It was my first image consulting conference. And I looked over, I was like, there was something about your energy. You weren't quiet, you weren't loud, but you were just so approachable. And I was like, I like her. I'm going to approach her. And then we hit it off.
And that's why we connected, because it takes that mutual feeling or the mutual feeling that you get. Yeah. And we were open to that. And we're going to mention our friend too.
Yes. So I appreciate you coming and sharing with us, with me, with, those who are with my community about the work that you do. You know what? That's something I wanted you to mention. You also do makeup, right?
Yes,
you do makeup.
I do.
And you have your own line. I like to promote women who are doing their thing in terms of product-based businesses. Can you tell us a little bit more about your makeup line and where people can find out more about it?
Of course. So, and Tika, I echo you on that. In my approach to everything is I support other women-owned businesses. So with everything I have, it's very good products. I do my research, and I support if it's owned and being done by a woman, I support that business. As long as it's a great business, I am happy to promote so a lot of my products, not my cosmetic products yet, but I have other products too, but they're all women-owned businesses that I support and I bring in. So what I did, I created in my image industry, I sort of, what it is, it's a private label company. So I work with a number of different image consultants too, but different labs. The biggest lab in New York City that produces skincare and cosmetic for some of the top cosmetic companies. They produce my skincare and my cosmetic. It's called Diche, and that's DECHE, accent on the last E. It's Diche Cosmetics. It's gonna be, again, I just took that website down and I'm redoing the website. It's gonna be on dichecosmetics.com. So there will be, anyone can access it there. Once it's up and running, we'll have a session on that. And Tika is going to say, it's live. Once it's live, I'll let you know, because I am redoing and formulating their new products. Yes, as the products get better and better, I improve them all the time, and they're great things for everyone. Oh. So I do own my skincare and cosmetic line. I do own just gift products. Also, I team with a young woman-owned business in Charlottesville, Virginia, and a gift shop, Basketful. I'm going to give them a little plug here. And they have also great gift ideas. Again, women-owned businesses. So I tend to buy from them and bring the products in. I have my personal line is very, very private in the sense of, for example, Tika will walk into me and say, hey, Deb, I have this, and I'll look, I'll research, and then I'll have the lab make it for you.
Nice. So very customized.
Yes. So you can have customized makeup, and you can go online and you can get the regular stuff. But one thing I have to tell everyone is that with my line. If you're wearing it, it's doing something good. That's one of my main sticklers is if I'm going to put on a lip gloss, it better be a good lip gloss. It should not just be lip gloss. Yes. It has to have vitamin E, or some people are allergic to that. So C or whatever. So it has more properties than just a gloss.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's amazing. And this goes into my final thing about, or question regarding, as a woman entrepreneur, how do you sustain and be, and manage yourself in terms of, your outcome, your productivity. And one of the things we were talking about was having multiple streams of revenue. So it's amazing to see, you have different lines of work, and makeup is one of them. And if somebody was interested in, either getting into this profession, or maybe you're not interested in getting into this profession, but you were a woman and you're looking to be in business, what is one nugget that you would have to give about, and I know we talk about success generally, but one nugget about entrepreneurship that you would give to those who are interested or who are listening?
There's one thing right off the bat. Be confident in what your product is and what you're giving. Believe it, know it, and have the faith that it's good. When you feel it, that's why I keep going back, because when you're passionate about it, when you know it for a fact, there is nothing. You will do it. You do not. That gives you the sense that, you know what? I do not have to run around. I have multiple streams. I've done this, and everybody says, Mike, how do you do all this? How do you still travel? You're in the Caribbean now. How is the shop? Know that, number one, if you treat people the way they are supposed to be treated in life, they'll become the best of themselves.
Yeah.
So what I did, for example, I have surrounded myself with people that truly believe in the product, believe in themselves, but I have treated them as such. So, for example, the young women working in the shop is theirs. It's not mine. It's not my business partner. We've made it so that they think the shop is theirs. They're wide open to bringing their products in there and selling. So now it brings a sense of ownership. When people feel that, they are going to perform for you. I never micromanage. That's like a manager, not a leader. A leader is from the bottom up. You help the people up. They're going to produce. Trust me. So what you have to have as an entrepreneur, in my sense, and this is just me, there are lots of businesses and people who are going to say this and this. Yes, I know the meaning of it. For me personally, the key is surrounding yourself and teaching people, or like people, really and truly respect them. You surround them, they're going to be there for it, not for you, for themselves too. So in all my streams of it, I have done that. I have trusted. I believe in me and what I have for you. And I think, in one of my quotes in the book, it's not a quote, this one is mine, my personal, it's what does the word know, N-O, mean? And throughout my life, no means next opportunity. That's what no has always. So when someone says no to me, I had this little thing when I was younger, and they say, no, we're not interested. No. And I would say, okay, watch me. Okay, sorry you said no, because now you're going to come back full circle and say, darn it, I should have, And I had that, and that kept me going. And then I said, okay, no means next opportunity. So I went on. And usually I would say, what can happen? Right. And my sister even said to me, how do you just start talking with people and then you're on to this and you ask them, you know what? If I see something and it's interesting, I would ask. And in my mind, there's only two things can happen. You can say yes and we go for it, or you can say no and I said, okay, thank you, and I move on. So really and truly, I think in women and encouraging that, believe in yourself. We go right back to that, to you. Believe in yourself, believe in what you have to offer. And if you of yourself know what you have to offer is good, trust me, no one can change that. There's no way but success for it. And the only reason it's not going to be a success is if you stop. Then it's not going anywhere. When I did the ebook and it was out there and it wasn't overnight. I mean, I wrote this thing 6 years ago and had it in a box, and the right person came along to make it happen. My editor, Jen, who is not even here, I had to trust. Jen is in Seoul, and she's in Seoul, and she's a powerhouse, I'll tell you. But the thing is, when it came out, because of her, my husband said, well, what if it's not a success? And I said, it is a success. And he said, what? And I said, because it's out there already.
And you've done it.
Because the ebook is done.
Yeah.
I've done it. It's off, and it's out in the universe to do whatever, to hit whoever, but it's out there and it's done. And for me, it is successful.
Yes.
Because it's out there. So yeah, it comes right back to ourselves. Everything starts here within.
Yes. It definitely is a mindset. Mindset is powerful. And it's often one of the biggest things we neglect as we pursue our dreams and we go into relationships and all those things. But mindset is powerful. And I really appreciate you sharing that. And I love the fact that you honed in on the importance of being a good leader, right? Being a leader who empowers people and not only empowers them, but, provides the opportunities for them to thrive. So that's, that for me, I think that if anything I took away from was that statement was the most powerful, because you have to surround yourself with really good people. Be intentional about it, and then work on helping them to be their best.
You just said it, be intentional. And Tika, anyway, I'll send you the link for this book so that you have that link, and you can go through it, because that is also one of the advice is to be intentional about the things you do. I have the advice saying that, and you just said it. You have to be intentional. Yeah. You have to know what you want. Yeah. And you have to go. And I always live by design. Mm-hmm. Live by design. Yeah. Your design. You design it. You feel it. You design the life I live the life I want because I designed it. I do, it didn't just fall out of thin air. It's not. We are all here for a purpose. What is? Do you know necessarily what it is? No, you don't have to know. Mm-hmm. You don't. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be that, but there's a feeling, there's a passion, go after it, design it, work at it. And what I like doing is giving you the tools necessary to help you get there. Yeah. That's the guidance. I went ahead and I took a life coaching classes. I have exams coming up.
Hey, good for you.
So I've added life coaching, but 6 months of classes. Yeah. And my last class ended last week, and I have a 12-hour exam coming up so that you're certified in life coaching. But it all ties in.
Yeah, it's a natural fit. It really makes sense, because that's essentially what we're doing when we're working with our clients. We're giving them guidance. We are just essentially allowing them to bring forth their best. They're the ones doing it. So it makes sense. I'm proud of you, Debbie. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I am it's a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. Thank you. I'm grateful that you took the time out of your beautiful vacation in Trinidad. Are you going to the beach today?
Of course. I have 2 friends text me just before I came on and said, we're at the beach already, and I'm going to meet them there after.
Yes.
Because that's the rest of the day is to lie on the beach and swim and just have a good time.
Nice. Enjoy it and soak up some of the sun for me. Take a drink for me.
I will. I will. Miss Jamaica, yes, we will.
I look forward to hearing more about the book. I will share the link once I get the information from you. And I wish you the very best in your book launch. And I know it's going to be a success, as you said, one, because it's already done, and two, because you wrote it and you have amazing
Yeah. And I share all this. I just want people to grab this so that it empowers them.
Yes.
I want them to know. And I think every time you feel something, you can open a book or you can check on your book that you downloaded and get encouragement.
Yes.
And then go forward. It might be in an instant and you can get it on one page. It's just on one page. There's one quote. Doesn't matter where you open in the book, there'll be something that encourages you or motivates or inspires or helps you. You know, you might be feeling down today and then you open there and you get it. So yeah, I love that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Debbie.